Hey guys, it's Melanie Hines here for your quick Iraq dinar summary as of Monday. And guys, I'm going to be live at 5 for Margaritas and Manifestations. We had a great Zoom today where I told you everything that was going on in the world that affects this. So guys, here's the latest, okay? So the thing that I didn't go into this morning because it came out later was Baghdad opens a giant oil field to U.S. bidders. This is huge, guys. This is the breaking news as of the reading of this summary at 3:07. On Sunday, Iraq's oil ministry invited major U.S. oil companies to compete for operating control of the West Kurna 2 field, opening a formal bidding process to replace Russia's Lukoil. In a statement, the ministry said transferring the field's management to an American operator would serve mutual interests, support global market stability, and ensure the continuity of Iraq's production and state revenues. No timeline was provided for completing the selection process. Guys, that's big news. Because as we know, this is coordinated political timing, and the U.S. and Iraq are obviously working closely together. The other article was Iraq sits 116th globally in wealth for 2026, meaning they have a very low ranking in terms of wealth of its citizens. That's about to change. 13 billion in trade with Turkey's exports dominate the Iraqi market. Again, they're very close to Turkey. The Cyan pipeline, all of that. Also, we believe, as our intel sources on the ground at once had told us, that Iraq's new system, their digital banking blockchain system, was also implemented in Turkey and then Syria. And that Iran obviously didn't want it, so that's why there's still problems with them. The next article, Bitcoin tumbles below $86,000 mark. Aren't you glad you're in, though? I told my Zoom members, I told them what I was holding. I've been very open about that for the last few years, and people that got in, their portfolios are still in the green. Comment down below if your portfolio is still in the green because of my asset allocation I shared with you. This is not financial advice, but my members get a special insight into what I suggest or what God has revealed to me. OPEC ends oil cuts deal to 2026. So it says on Sunday, the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries approved a final 137,000 barrel per day increase for December before freezing oil output adjustments through the first quarter of 2026. So, guys, Iraq is third in OPEC, and so they are a big part of that. Then I looked at the rates. The IQD to USD is still 0.00076. No change there. The Kuwaiti dinar to the US dollar is 3.26. So big difference there, but we're waiting on the change. The handle forex rate for just the IQD alone is 0.60, so not much change there. Now we go to the summary of where everybody else is at. This is the fastest summary on the net, and I give you all aspects. All of this previous was my own insights, wisdom, and of course we have that forex rate that's out there in that Forex letter dated to all the different exchangers. I had somebody on my Zoom this morning that confirmed that it has yet to be pulled back from the CBI. They gave a rate of 4.8101 and they have not reneged on it. So that rate is still there waiting for the correct coordinated political timing. So that's all from my intel sources. Now we go to walking stick. Iraq, the CBI, the U.S. Treasury are using Kuwait as a template for Iraq's monetary reform. They don't want them to make the same mistakes they did in Kuwait. So far, it looks like that's the way it's established. Samson, article, Savaya demands that Iraq take concrete steps to keep weapons out of politics for face a spiral of complexity. Guys, remember, there's a lot of smoke screens before this happens. They don't want you to know exactly when it happens because that would give speculators the leg up. They don't want to do that. They want this to roll out seamlessly, and they want it to be a surprise so that people can't take advantage of the knowledge of this, like us. Right? Militiaman, safe debt plus huge reserves equals low inflation equals a perfect report cared for by the Bank of International Settlements. In Iraq, Bank of International Settlements application was filed this month. You see how these things are falling in line. The same report card equals perfect score for the WTO membership. The same report card equals perfect timing for the rear adjustment. That reflects real purchasing power. Then you've got Claire. U.S. Deputy Secretary of State arrives in Baghdad. Quote, U.S. Deputy Assistant Secretary of State for Resources Michael Regas arrived in the Iraqi capital on a visit aimed at strengthening the partnership between Baghdad and Washington. and supporting joint efforts to promote sovereignty, stability, and prosperity in the country. Guys, again, this is coordinated political timing. All of this is, you're watching it roll out. So give me some positive comments down below. I had a friend stop by, so I'm squeezing this in between now and my 5 p.m. live stream. I'll be ready for a drink. Will you want to join me? Please join me. 5 p.m. right here on this channel. Subscribe, tap the bell, you'll be notified. Frank 26, the television is showing the American delegation will be in Baghdad within the next 72 hours. Guys, we're in the window for this right now. Even Bo Polney talked about the timing. If you did not see that interview with Kim Clement's daughter and Bo Polney, it's worth a listen today. It says they're saying on television, this delegation from America consists of the Deputy Secretary of State. Also coming is the Federal Reserve and the U.S. Treasury officers, all of them, also the Treasury officers of the War Department. This is a huge delegation coming, political, military, and financial. They broke it down to us. It's interesting. They are coming in time of the currency mechanism. Frank said, yeah, it's interesting, but it's not like it's coincidence. It's not like an accident. Why the War Department? That's who you're going to pay. Just funny. Mark Z, in Vietnam, conference promotes ISO 222, an interbank payment system. They'll be using blockchain to block, manage, and move funds. I think this one is important. This technology is being put into place, and Vietnam is on board. Somebody asked me today about Vietnam, and this is the update from Vietnam, and they are still under huge pressure internationally to increase the value of their currency to balance the trade. So guys, this will be, I guess, a dinar and a little bit of Vietnam dong news, thanks to Mark Z. Mountain Goat article, quote, there is a great understanding between the Ministry of Finance and the central bank, noting that the central bank has refused more than once to tamper with the exchange rate, and the next government should stay away from the exchange rate and not manipulate it. Yes, this is a part that really scares them, that in the result of the next election, they put in some idiot into the office of prime minister who then proceeds to kill everything good about al-Sudani and the CBI has accomplished. Since Iraq is now on the verge of going forward with the final stages of the plan to reinstate, this would not be a good thing for us investors to watch happen. So we carefully watch the election cycle play out and pray that al-Sudani or someone like him is the next prime minister. Also that they can move on to the next government quickly. Guys, I am not in fear in any part of this. I'm not in fear of any part of this. Frank 26 said, Sudani said he's introducing a financial mechanism on December the 1st. It's okay with me. How about you? Guys, if anything else comes out, I'll be sharing it at 5 o'clock. So please join us at 5 o'clock where we talk margaritas and how do we manifest our dreams come true like this. This is a big one. So I think it needs all of us manifesting it. What does that mean? You can receive your prayers if you align with God and his promises and believe that they happen. You know, faith as a mustard seed does move that mountain. We went into those scriptures today. That's Mark 11:22-25. You should read those for yourself. And one of those aspects is you got to forgive your enemies first. Then you pray, repent of your own sin, and then pray about anything, and it can happen. If you believe that, I hope you will join us. Please subscribe, tap the bell, and I'll see you later at 5. God bless. Bye.